Welcome to the Elder Law Growth Podcast. Nobody should pass away without a solid plan in place, and everyone should be able to age with dignity. That is why we are on a mission to help elder law and estate planning firms grow their practices online so that they can create a lasting legacy for families everywhere.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Elder Law Growth Podcast. As always, your host, Dan Hafner here. Today's topic is this: video marketing and content. I appreciate you guys joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode. All right, my friends. Well, thank you again for joining. This week, we are going to talk about one of the hot topics, one of the hot button topics of today, and that is video. So if you aren't aware of it yet, there's this huge push lately online, on social media for video, right? It seems that lately the algorithms, the social media sites out there, the internet at large, it prefers video content, right? Why is that? It's because, amongst other things, there are people with shorter attention spans today, right? And people don't want to usually read long text. They don't want to, just kind of spend all day reading things, to be quite honest. So if you can create engaging video content, not only is that going to do a whole lot of things for you in your business that we're going to talk about here today, but it's also going to help you stand out. It's going to help your online presence grow in an organic way that really isn't available through other means like blogs, or even things like this, like podcasts and things like that, even though that's a completely different topic. But today we're going to talk about video marketing and video content. We're going to talk about it both in terms of the organic reach in the organic side of things, but also inside of, how to leverage videos inside of a paid advertising sense, right? So when we think about, how can you use videos for an elder law or estate planning firm? Right? You think about explainer videos, you think about interview style videos, demos, live videos on Facebook. Like there's all kinds of different video content out there that you can do, right? And to be quite honest with you, it does not really matter what kind of video content you are doing. All of those things are good, right? Whether you have live Zoom webinars or recorded Zoom webinars, whether you have testimonial videos from clients that you choose to put out there, whether you do Facebook Lives on your Facebook page, which I know a lot of attorneys don't really do these days, but the live video stuff really does help boost your organic reach. But it really does not matter what you are doing, as so long as you're doing something and you're consistent with it. And I've talked about that before inside of the show about just sharing and sharing consistently. Right. So I have 5 reasons here today why video marketing, video content is so useful and really needs to be part of your, overall marketing and online presence and strategy and tactics. Right. And the first piece there is because a video is educational. Okay. So reason number 1, video is meant to educate and entertain. Right. Now you think about entertainment inside of the elder law and estate planning industry, and you don't really associate the two, right? This isn't like the Grammys TV. This isn't like NFL football type of stuff. We're not talking about that type of stuff, but we're talking about engaging, entertaining content because people want to see the real you, right? They don't want to see, and I know a lot of you out there who are practicing attorneys struggle with this, but you don't always have to show the polished and clean side of yourself. You don't always have to do that. I know some of you might hear that and not agree with that, but I'm here to actually just challenge you to think about that a little bit differently, right? What if you allowed people to see the more real side of you every once in a while? I'm not talking about all the time. I'm not talking about going live on your Facebook page in your pajamas when you woke up on a Saturday morning after you had some beers the night before. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, real behind the scenes type of things that go on at your company, whether you have a suit or a tie on or not. It doesn't have to be a professionally done video. It doesn't have to be scripted. It doesn't have to be all this type of stuff. People enjoy in the algorithms of the internet enjoy real and raw stuff. Okay. Now that comes down to just taking a video from your phone It doesn't need to be shot on a Nikon camera or anything super expensive. But again, it has to be educational. It has to actually give people useful information for themselves, for their family, for their loved ones, that is shareable, that is useful, that is actionable, and something that teaches them something. So if you're just going live, or you're just doing videos just to do videos, you're not going to see the results you want, because you can't just do random things. You have to actually have the point. You have to have a goal. You have to have action about these, right? This is the same as this podcast. I don't just do podcasts, this podcast show, to just do them. Right, we do them with specific purposes, and today's purpose is about video marketing, right? So kind of apply that there. So the second reason why video is it's just so good for your marketing is because it basically turns into free SEO. Now, SEO, for those of you who don't know, is search engine optimization. That is when someone searches into Google or Bing or any kind of search engine, keywords that are relevant to your business, right? So it might be elder law or estate planning or probate or whatever the case might be. And it depends on, okay, your result of your business might come up higher than the result of another business, or vice versa, right? So the cool thing with especially YouTube, when it comes to YouTube video content, YouTube is owned by Google, right? So Google actually prefers to show video content search results that are from YouTube. So if you consistently post to YouTube, if you make educational or entertaining content that is forever housed on YouTube, that is basically free SEO. It's using the algorithm to, when somebody searches for something like estate planning lawyers in my area, right? They might see your video pop up first, which they'll click on rather than read the competing firm's blog post, because a video is just easier. They don't have to think about it. They just watch the 2-minute video you made. That's an explainer video or an educational piece or whatever the case might be. And boom, like it's just, and the cool thing about YouTube also is that it's there forever until you decide to take it down, right? So it just acts as another piece of content that is just there working for you, even when you sleep, when you're not there, on the weekends, on the holidays, whatever the case might be, right? So the third piece, and this kind of is self-explanatory inside of this, but video content and video marketing allows you to stay competitive, right? Because there are more and more estate planning and elder law attorneys that are doing video. Now, you might not see any in your local area, especially if you're in a small town, that are doing this, but we see it time and time again that there's more video content being put out there, not only inside of just the world at large, right? There's somewhere around, I think as of 4 or 5 years ago, there was somewhere around 400 hours of video content uploaded to YouTube every single minute or something like that. Like, it was obscene. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. Now you have these things like TikTok and just like all kinds of, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, like all these different things, right? And those people might not be your ideal target, but it's still just more and more and more and more information. There's just a sea of information, right? So like I said before, when it comes to that SEO, if someone types something in and they're searching for something, they need your solution that you offer. If you might be ranked below another competing firm that has video content, right? You might actually be able to get the edge on a competitor or someone in your local area, or someone in a bigger stage inside of a city that's closer to you, if you have more engaging, more highly ranking and SEO friendly video content. Like, it can actually give you an edge and help you stay competitive. Okay, so number 4, the number 4 reason why video marketing and video content is highly useful for you is because it allows you to get personal. And this kind of goes back to what I talked about earlier. You don't just have TV commercials. You're not just a big face on a billboard or just a random face on Facebook anymore. Like, this is the actual person who you are, coming to them, inside of your office or out, at your home or in a studio or wherever you decide to do it. But the important thing is it's your face, right? It's your association. It's you that they're associating with a certain, industry, with a certain solution, right? So it allows you to become not only more widespread in terms of your, hey, like, I'm going to get out there and reach and rank for things, but it allows you to enter someone into your world, into your sales process in a more personal way. Like, you can actually show people through video who you are. And I know a lot of people are scared of video. Like I was petrified of doing video when I first did it. And even audio like this, like I was so scared of doing anything to share out there in the world of the internet, right? But the cool thing is that the more you do it, like that fear goes away, right? First of all, and then you really start to see that people will engage with you and people will connect with you. They really, really will. When you are your authentic self, not the fake version of you, because people can see through that. People can see through that in a heartbeat. You know, if you act too happy, or if you act too successful, or if you act too proper, like people will see through that. So I know it's a hard thing. It's a very, very hard thing to do, but to be able to humble yourself, to be able to knock yourself down a couple pegs and just get real and get personal with people, I promise you it goes a long, long way. It really, really does. So that's the fourth reason. And then the fifth reason why video marketing and video content is highly, highly useful for your firm is number five, is that it boosts conversions. It just really, really does. We've seen it time and time again where video content gets cheaper views inside of paid advertising. It leads to more opt-in leads inside of webinar registrations or in-person event registrations, or what have you. Like across the board, it really, really does. And whether it's an explainer video or whether it's you in your face explaining like, hey, here's this new law that went into place, join our webinar to find out more about it. Whatever the case might be, video marketing and video ads tremendously reduce costs and they tremendously boost conversions. We've seen it time and time again. We have the stats to prove it with many of our clients and with clients outside of, with us that we've seen work with other people. It just really, really, really does. Because, when you think about advertising or marketing, you're really in the business of stopping the scroll, right? Everyone's scrolling through their phone. They're scrolling through something, scrolling through pictures of family, friends, emails, whatever the case might be. Is that video, is that thumbnail, is that picture, is that, caption going to stop them long enough for 3 to 5 seconds to read or to click play or do whatever? And then boom, that's the first win, right? And then getting them to watch your compelling video content after that moves them into, okay, now that you get personal, now you educate them, now you invite them into something, and now they're a part of now they're inside of your world, inside of your communication process. Right. So that's really how it works. And I've never seen such a more powerful tool than video to really pull this off. Like audio podcasting, what I'm doing right now, it is very personal also. Like I'm in your ear, I'm in your car, I'm in your speakers doing this and coming to you and actually, really talking to you at a very real level. So audio is something that we can talk about down the line, but video is when you can see my actual face. You can hear the audio. You can see my background. You can see where I am. You can see all of this stuff, and you really get a glimpse into who you are and what you're all about and how you act and how you sound and how you carry yourself. And it's just the most incredible medium, and it's only going to get bigger. So the longer you avoid, getting into doing videos or doubling down on the videos you're already doing, really the more you're just hurting yourself. Right? The more you're just, I shouldn't say hurting yourself, but you're just not capitalizing as much as you could on that opportunity that's just there waiting to be had. It's just a huge, huge opportunity to be had. Right? Now, one frequently asked question I get a lot that I wanted to address on here is, how long should videos be? And that's the $1 million question, right? What should they be about and how long should they be? So as a general rule of thumb, if you are doing a paid advertisement video, we see whether this is a Facebook ad, a YouTube ad, Instagram ad, whatever you want to do, we see the length that is the most effective, that gets the best results, is anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. Now that's not a lot of time, right? You got to pack in a lot of information into that short amount of time. But if you are interested in kind of figuring out how to do all of that, we do have a free video scripts document that I can provide to you if you reach out to us. I'm not going to put that in the show notes because we usually do that by request only, but you can reach out to our team at team@bambiz.net and we can hook you up with that document. Now, the second piece is if you're going to do live videos or you're going to do educational videos or YouTube videos, especially live videos, which can be nerve-wracking. I really get it. Those can be nerve-wracking, but those are really, really effective in growing your organic reach. And really what we see is that you don't need to go for a long time on your lives, right? But usually the videos that get promoted more organically, especially inside of Facebook lives, last 10 minutes or longer. So once you hit that 10-minute mark, you can really start, for whatever reason. I don't know, because I'm not behind the scenes at Facebook, right? But especially inside of Facebook, we see that consistently, and you can look this up. There's more effective reach for live videos that last 10 minutes or more. So live video in itself is kind of a different topic, but it kind of falls into this, which is why I wanted to talk about it. But that's a game changer for growing your business and figuring different things out. So I hope this was useful for you guys. That's about all I got for today. So I'll just recap for you real quick the 5 reasons why you should be taking advantage of video marketing and video advertising. 1, it's to educate and entertain your potential audience. Number 2, it is basically free and additional SEO or organic marketing online. Number 3, it helps you stay competitive and get competitive in this aspect, especially in the online world when it comes to elder law and estate planning marketing. Number 4, it allows you to get personal and get up close and personal in a way that no other medium online allows you to do so. And number 5, it can help you boost conversions inside of organic or paid marketing or advertising strategies that you are employing to get additional clients. So those are the 5 reasons, okay? So you guys can check out the show notes for this. Like I said, if you do want some additional scripts for, advertising videos or marketing videos or things like that, we can provide that to you. So just email us, team@bambiz.net, and I'd be happy to send that your way for you if you're looking for something additional. Okay. So that is all I have for you guys this week. I will be back with you next week with another episode. As always, I appreciate you all joining. We would appreciate any shares of the show or subscribing wherever you are listening to this podcast at. And until next time, my friends, you have a good one. Good luck, and I'll talk to you next time.